In every generation, there are figures whose lives leave a legacy so powerful that their names echo through centuries. One such remarkable individual was Abdurrahman Ibn Awf, a man of unwavering faith, immense sacrifice, incredible wealth, and boundless generosity. He holds the distinguished honor of being among the 10 companions promised paradise by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Today, let us journey through his extraordinary life, a life filled with courage, devotion, and a selflessness that continues to inspire us all. Born in Makkah into the noble Zurrah clan, about 10 years after the year of the elephant, Abdurrahman Ibn Awf was known from a young age for his sharp intellect, honesty, and strong character. He was already a successful merchant, respected throughout his community for his trustworthy and fair dealings. His life was comfortable and established, but a divine call was about to change his destiny forever. When the message of Islam first began to illuminate Makkah, Abdurrahman Ibn Awf was among the very first to respond. Through the invitation of his close friend, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, he became one of the first 8 people to embrace the new faith. This was a decision that came at a great cost. To be a Muslim in Makkah at that time meant facing ridicule, abuse, and even physical torture. But Abdurrahman stood firm, his heart fortified by a newfound faith. He willingly endured every hardship, knowing it was for the sake of Allah. As the persecution of Muslims in Makkah intensified, Abdurrahman Ibn Awf made the difficult choice to leave his home. He joined the first migration of Muslims seeking refuge in Abyssinia. Later, when the command came to migrate to Medina, he once again left everything behind: his wealth, his home, and all the possessions he had worked so hard to accumulate. For him, the pleasure of Allah was far more valuable than any worldly possession. His sacrifice was a testament to the depth of his conviction. Upon arriving in Medina, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, established a beautiful system of brotherhood, pairing the emigrants from Makkah, the Muhajirin, with the helpers of Medina, the Ansar. Abdurrahman was paired with Sa'd ibn Arabi, a man of exceptional generosity. Sa'd offered to give Abdurrahman half of everything he owned: his wealth, his property, and even one of his homes. It was an incredible offer, but Abdurrahman, with gratitude and humility, gently declined. He simply said, "May Allah bless you and your family and your wealth. Just show me the way to the marketplace." With nothing but his faith and his business acumen, he started from scratch. He began trading, and day by day, his honesty and hard work brought him remarkable success. Soon, he had not only rebuilt his fortune, but had become one of the wealthiest individuals in Medina. But what set him apart was that wealth never controlled his heart. Instead, he controlled his wealth, using it as a tool for good. Allah blessed his trade so profoundly that Abdurrahman Ibn Awf became one of the richest companions. Yet, his greatness was not measured by how much he earned, but by how much he gave away. He would donate thousands of gold dinars in a single day for the cause of Allah. He financed entire armies for the defense of Islam and consistently provided food, clothing, and shelter to the poor, the widows, and the orphans. There is a famous story that one day, a massive caravan of 700 camels, all laden with goods, arrived in Medina. The sheer size of it caused the city to rumble. When Abdurrahman heard people talking about his immense wealth, he didn't hesitate. He immediately declared that the entire caravan, every camel, and all the goods it carried was to be given away in charity for the sake of Allah. This act perfectly illustrates his detachment from worldly riches and his deep desire to please his Lord. But Abdurrahman Ibn Awf was not just a generous merchant. He was also a valiant warrior. He fought bravely alongside the Prophet in the most crucial battles of Islam. At the Battle of Badr, he stood his ground with courage. At the Battle of Uhud, he was severely wounded with over 20 injuries, yet he never retreated from the battlefield. In every struggle, he proved his unwavering loyalty and bravery. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, trusted him so deeply that on one occasion he appointed Abdurrahman as the commander of an expedition, a clear sign of the respect and confidence he held for him. Despite his immense wealth, high status, and battlefield heroics, Abdurrahman remained a man of profound humility. He lived a simple life, ate modestly, and never allowed pride to enter his heart. He often reminded himself of the hardships he and the early Muslims faced in Makkah. Later in his life, when he was served a delicious meal, he would sometimes weep, remembering the days when the Prophet and his companions had very little to eat. This humility kept him grounded and ever grateful. Even in his later years, his river of generosity never ran dry. He freed thousands of slaves throughout his lifetime. He financially supported the mothers of the believers, the wives of the Prophet, long after the Prophet's passing. He continued to give with an open hand until his very last breath, ensuring his wealth would benefit others long after he was gone. Among all his virtues, the greatest honor bestowed upon him was the promise from the Prophet Muhammad himself. The Prophet named Abdurrahman Ibn Awf among the Ashara Mubashara, the 10 companions who were guaranteed paradise while they were still alive. What greater success could any believer hope for in this life? The story of Abdurrahman Ibn Awf is not just a tale of riches, but a powerful lesson in faith, sacrifice, and the true meaning of generosity. He teaches us that real success is not defined by what we accumulate for ourselves, but by what we give for the sake of Allah. From a persecuted young man in Makkah to one of the most influential figures in Medina, from the battlefield to the marketplace, his life shines as a timeless example of faith in action. May Allah be pleased with him and grant us the ability to follow in his noble footsteps. Ameen. Thank you for watching. If you were inspired by this story, please like this video, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We'll see you in the next one.